Welcome to the big show and tell. We can't stop dancing around here. This is the May 2025 edition, and we're very excited you're joining us today. I am Kim White. I am the backup singer for our host, Donna Bender. Donna is a certified master givologist. She is a branding and marketing strategist, all around amazing human, published author. She's all the things, y'all. The host of the show, Donna Bender. Welcome.
Thank you, Kim. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. And I do want to introduce to you properly my cohort in crime, Kim White, who is the fierce founder and leader of the My Sexy Business team and community, and my co-pilot, and I'm thrilled to say my co-host.
Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. And I can't wait to get this party started today because this show is going to be so full of great stuff. If you're looking for big results, you're in the right place. Today's theme of the show is the right branded products plus surprise and delight marketing equals big results. Donna is the master. She's the go-to for getting big results from your marketing, and I appreciate all she's taught me. So, Donna, are we ready to kick off with a fun little something?
Yes, we are, Kim. This is a fun show. It really is. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. Well, here's our first fun little thing to get us going.
Well, Kim, it's all about, I always say, the right branded products can increase your business. And when you do branded products, you should make money from having the right branded products by, and increasing your business obviously can do that. So this is a whole show about branding and the right branded products and all the results you can get.
Very exciting. So, Donna, I want to kick off the show with a special segment that happened on an event that you were a featured speaker at, where you broke down branding, messaging, and marketing in a way that most people have never heard. So, if it's okay with you, I'd like to go to our first segment, as was a guest appearance by you.
I'd love to, Kim.
Talking branding because I know you are absolutely an authority on branding, and I want to mention really quickly that you were chosen to be the VP of 2 of Calvin Klein's companies. You have been the director for Ferragamo. You rocked the fashion industry because you understood how to give, and you understood the things that these legends were doing to build their businesses too. You've consulted for all kinds of famous brands, and we'll just leave it at that. Mm-hmm. But when you think back to all of that, what is the common denominator for you for what is the most important branding thing that someone should know?
That whatever you're promising, you deliver, because that will, bottom line, affect your reputation. Branding is the promise, and the messaging is the story behind the promise, because we all have a story. Your brand is in alignment with your message, and then you want to market that, and that's the action you take, whether it's social media, whether it's using branded products, but it all goes along. It will determine your reputation. I'm walking on sunshine.
I love it, Donna. I had the privilege of interviewing you for that summit, and you, of course, rocked it.
Thanks, Kim. I love breaking down the 3 key pillars to a successful marketing campaign, because it's branding, promise, messaging, story, marketing, action. And when you look at it that way, you can really tell, all the various parts and how they work together. So And it's really important. So I really try to make it, I tried to simplify the words so people can understand it.
You did a great job of it, Donna. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have like coined the surprise and delight holiday list. You have changed the name from Wacky Holidays to Surprise and Delight Holidays. And I think that's such a great shift. But we have our first holiday for June that you highlight. I would love to show this because every time I see this, I just want to go have a snack, Donna.
I love food holidays, Kim. You know that. Today I am dressed as a favorite national treat, delivering a box of surprise and delight donuts because National Donut Day is coming. Celebrate with your clients and employees some sprinkles of joy and circles of sweetness. Did you know that National Donut Day actually has historical roots? It was started back in 1938 to honor the Salvation Army volunteers who served donuts to the soldiers during World War I. So it's a day steeped in tradition, generosity, and of course, goodness. And how can we make this day even sweeter for our clients and employees? Well, here are some wholesome National Donut Day ideas. There is a do-it-yourself decorating kit. It comes filled with the essentials, the frosting, the sprinkles. It's a great thing to do with the whole family. You could also deliver a box of donuts to your clients, and don't forget to include the tumbler so that when the donuts are gone, you still stay top of mind. And then, of course, there could be some donut-inspired fun socks, or even a screen cleaner where you can have a sentiment letting your clients know how much you value the relationship. So as we celebrate National Donut Day, let's continue to spread the sweetness, one donut at a time.
What a fun idea.
You know, it really is fun because it doesn't take a lot of prep work, you know, to get donuts and deliver them. The main thing, though, to keep in mind is to always put something in the donut package, or if you're putting a basket together with a bag of donuts, to have something like a tumbler or something else that, so when the donuts are gone, you still are remaining top of mind. And I am a firm believer, especially with food gifts, to do that because they're fun holidays, but when they're eaten, they're gone. So if you do an add-on to that gift, or, you know, it can make all the difference in the world.
I love that. That's a brilliant move, Donna.
Thank you, Kim.
Speaking of something you have highlighted to share with us, I would love to go to our product reel so that you can share something for inspiration and ideas.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is the Munix utility bag. What we love about this new color option, you have some more colorways besides just the black. It's called the Munix because it's like a moon gray. And then what's really, really fun about this bag, you see this big pocket here. It comes off and converts into this crossbody.
I didn't show that.
Yeah. So, and it's a great pockets and everything. And then you can just stick it right back on there when you're ready to go. So it's attached by the zipper. So I'll kind of see how this zips here.
Yeah.
So then whenever you're ready to put it back on, you just realign the zipper and zip it back on. Yeah. But then if you only want a crossbody, we do also have the crossbody bag. Lots of good pockets in there. So this one's really fun, and you can decorate this whole front pocket. And then one more for you. This is our dop kit. And so what I love about this one is that you have your standard, go ahead. You have your standard dop kit, but then you also have this top pocket. So you can organize what you need to. So it's any kind of travel that you can use this for.
Kim, I love that backpack. And from last month when I was talking about the rolling duffel with, you know, that was very handy, I am on this mission to find great travel accessories because I seem to be making a lot of trips back and forth to New York, which I adore. But when you have great travel accessories, it makes it so much easier. And to have that bag to also zip on the front of the bag, I mean, that is just great. And the printing that they do, full color digital on the bag. And so you could put your logo, you could put a tagline, whatever it is you want to put on there. And you're walking around an airport, you're walking around city streets. It's a great way to market your business.
I love that bag. I am in awe of like all the things. And that came from the trade show. Which trade show did that come from, Donna?
That was from the January PPAI trade show in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas. Donna goes to all the places. So that is something else I want to mention really quickly about all the suggestions. Is Donna's usually ahead of the trends, just so everybody knows. She's usually the one that sets the bar pretty high for the whole industry. So just putting that out there, if you want great ideas, Donna is the go-to person.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you. And everybody's always asking what's new, and that is just a great item.
I love the zip off. So let's head over, Donna, for a little word about corporate gifting, which that bag would be great for, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. Great for teams and employees, too.
Making sales and staying in business is more important than ever in today's fast-paced world. And I hear the buzz around the executive boardrooms. How do we get our teams to hit our sales numbers? What can we do to stay ahead of our competition, keep clients loyal, and multiply referrals? Sound familiar? As Vice President of Merchandising at Calvin Klein and Director of Sales at Salvatore Ferragamo, I learned the secrets of using the right branded marketing, which opened the door to also consult for Eddie Bauer, Laura Ashley, Major League Baseball, and New Balance. Working with branding and marketing legends for several decades enabled me to help hundreds of corporate clients and their teams design customized plans that increased sales, saved time, and eliminated the common challenges hindering growth. Our corporate training program can strengthen your brand presence, amplify visibility, and foster meaningful connections with your right audiences, so you can stop spending money on inefficient marketing that wastes valuable time and money. Let's change that conversation in the boardroom. I'm Donna Bender. Contact my team today to discover how our tailored approach can transform your company's performance, increase your business, and position you ahead of the competition too.
Well, Kim, I am a big believer in getting your employees and your teams on board to understand all the ways in which you can, show appreciation and thank them to help you increase your business. And there is a great holiday coming up, Kim. One would not even think about this holiday, but because we're talking about corporate and we're talking about employees, it is World Juggling Day coming on June 14th. And I can't do it, Kim, but I do have my handy little, and these are gel stress toys. And they are wonderful, and I find them hard to take them out of my hand. These are great gift ideas for your teams, for your employees, for clients, all different kinds, but a great way to celebrate World Juggling Day because our teams are juggling so many different things on a day-to-day basis. So
I love that tie-in, and what a fun holiday to honor them.
Especially if you really try to do these. I will not do that and embarrass myself right now. Just saying.
I was going to say I'd break something, Donna, so I better not.
The one thing I do want to point up, though, so when I'm using these as an example, but it's a great thing to give, okay, to your employees, because one stat that I just want to point out, it costs 7 times more to acquire a new customer than to retain an existing one. So, and so there's a lot of work to do to put into retaining customers. And so your employees and teams are doing that, and they're doing their other work, and they're doing everything. So acknowledge them on juggling day.
I love it. Well, we have another segment, Donna, that I think is a brilliant thing that you talk about something else that's branded. So I'd like to play it now, if that's okay.
Please do, Kim.
Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is on the power of branded headwear. Did you know that one logoed hat will get 3,380 impressions over its lifetime? That's just one hat. Say you give out 100 baseball caps at an event. That's 338,000 impressions. A branded hat turns the wearer into a walking billboard for your business, even if you're just running errands. Your logo is on display. The cost per impression of an $8 baseball cap is less than 1/4 cent. Now, that's a great ROI. And catch this, 56% of consumers will keep and wear a branded hat for more than a year. Hats and caps are incredibly practical and useful all year round, and the majority of them are a one-size-fits-all. So here's the bottom line. Studies show that 20% of consumers are more likely to do business with an advertiser who gave them a branded hat. That's a win-win in my book. So next time you're thinking about branded merch, remember the power of branded headwear. It's a great way to keep your company top of mind.
So Kim, this was a cap that I did once I turned my tagline into my branded logo, which is "Who will you inspire today?" And I love the fact that it has this slogan on it, because it's not too big, but it makes people sit there and like try and read it and they go, oh, and it's just a great way to get noticed. Or, if you have a tagline to put on the back of the hat or the front of a hat is a great gift for anyone, especially, Kim, the next holiday we're going to mention to celebrate, which is Father's Day on June 15th. And what better gift can you give your dad or the dads in your life or the dads in your business or your dads who are employees, but a great baseball cap? So
Love it.
just a reminder.
I think that's a great strategy, Donna, because like we all want to have our brand or our logo out there for business reasons, but what an amazing thing to witness, to see someone walking around with your hat that you branded.
And 338,000 impressions from just giving out 100 hats. Where else could you get that exposure? So that's the other strategy one needs to think about when selecting hats as a great item.
Great suggestion, Donna. I'm learning more and more still. I thought I had learned a lot, but I think I have a lot more to learn. So,
well, Kim, the next segment that we want to show today is from one of my favorite people, who is she's just one of my other sides of me. Let's put it that way.
She's one of your besties.
She is one of my besties. Thank you.
Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is all about how branded products drive visibility and help you stand out from the crowd. Promotional products are a valuable marketing strategy since they leave a lasting impact on everyone who receives them. The branded products you select should represent your business and the target market you serve. So you can choose items and events consistent with your brand and that tell a memorable story about your company. Why are promotional giveaways the #1 advertising strategy? Well, promotional products will get your message right into the hands of your customers. Plus, it will remind them of your brand for a long time, unlike a newspaper ad that goes right out of their sight the moment they flip the page. A 2021 Promotional Products Association study shows that 85.4% of consumers love to get a promotional product over a promotional email. Customers will recall where they received the products and link their satisfying experience to your business when they utilize them. So think of it as a recommendation. When you surprise and delight them with something unexpected, they'll remember your company the next time they require exactly what you provide. By creating a distinct brand identity using branded products, businesses can differentiate themselves from their competitors. A strong brand image communicates unique values and qualities and attributes that set a company apart. This differentiation helps customers recognize and remember your brand, making it much easier to stand out in a crowded marketplace.
The other reason I love Chiquita is she's very colorful, and the factoid about standing out in a crowded marketplace and why, the whole concept about driving visibility to your brand. I want to mention that the month of June is also Pride Month, which is another very colorful holiday that is a wonderful thing to acknowledge and a wonderful holiday to acknowledge. And there are so many opportunities to also support different organizations during National Pride Month. And this is a pair of socks that my husband and I co-branded. We have our logos on it, but it is in all the colors for National Pride, and it has the name of the organization, which is Gala. And we did this for them a couple of years ago for an event they were having. So it's a lot of fun, and it's also a great holiday and a great month to recognize Pride Month.
I think those socks are so cute on it. I have to tell you, I love socks.
They are fun, Kim, I have to tell you.
Well, we have another product that you have pulled from a trade show that is being demonstrated. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to hit that button too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. This is the Smart Notebook. This is a brand that we carry. We can do the deboss on here, but also like silk screen. So really cute look on these. And then you open this up, and nice material too this is made out of. Open this up, and then all the pages on here you can scan. So once you're done taking your notes, you scan this page, upload it to your phone, and then all of your notes are on your phone. So you don't have to bring your notebook with you if you don't want, because it's all there virtually. So yeah.
I love that item, Kim, because, I know that you are a big believer in various different digital smart books, like the Rocket Book, and I know you like your
I do. I have a Remarkable that I call my assistant Ree.
Yes, but this is a soft, flexible book. You could put it in your bag. You could put it in your purse. It does all the similar functions to it. And I just think it's another great way to keep things organized. And the fact that you can send it all to your phone. And I know that a lot of people do a lot of work from their phones. I think it is a great, great item. And I do love the fact it also comes in so many different colors with different colored elastic straps as well.
That is a great idea. I will tell you, Donna, I went paperless within the last couple of years because I'm old school, and like we won't even go there a bit about age and things, but I am old school about paper, and it wasn't something I didn't know if I could do. And I think those kind of notebooks caused you to be able to go into the paperless world?
And I want to tell you that the paper itself is made out of sugar cane, the byproducts of the remains of sugar cane. So it is also a reusable. Not only is it reusable, but it is made out of reusable fibers. So and it's a great idea. And there's only a 15-piece minimum, Kim.
Oh, wow. So would that be considered a renewable resource or sustainable, Donna?
Yes, it is definitely a renewable resource made from renewable resources.
I love it. I just had to ask because you've been teaching me a lot about sustainable products also. So
Thanks, Kim.
well, we have another really fun segment coming up. I think this whole show is fun. Can I just say that too?
And I do want to just let anybody know, if they have tuned in right now, to the big show and tell. I am Donna Bender, your host, and this is Kim White, my co-host. And we're so glad for you to be here. The subject and the theme for today is that the right branded product plus the surprise and delight marketing equals big business results. So glad you're here.
Thank you, Donna, for that reminder. And I'm going to push the button and go into our next fun segment.
Today's surprise and delight marketing segment is on the blindfold approach to marketing. You know, when I was a kid, I used to love to play pin the tail on the donkey. I have no idea why, because I never made it to the wall. And you might be wondering how this applies to business. Well, many people share with me that when it comes to their marketing, they feel like they're wearing a blindfold because they have no idea if it's working. So it's important to take a step back and evaluate your marketing strategies to ensure you're not missing the mark. So I have a question. Are you blindly using branded products to turn strangers and clients into fans? Or are you simply using them without careful thought? Remember, effective marketing is about creating meaningful connections and building trust with your audience. I'd love you to look around your office or your home or wherever you are right now and see if you could count or see branded products, how many there are, how many you use. And there might be some that never even made it there. The key is you want your brand to be in the hands, homes, and offices of your clients and sought after prospects. So when someone needs the product or service you offer, they immediately think of you. The right branded products have a far-reaching impact, not only with the recipients, but also to their networks. And their influence can drive your company ahead of the competition, providing that boost for success. They also serve as a powerful catalyst for word-of-mouth marketing. I'll leave you with this one question. Are your branded products making you money?
And that's what it's all about. You put your right arm in. Oh, sorry. I digress.
What a brilliant question, though, because if we are throwing branded products out there that nobody wants, we're not using the right things. And Donna, you are here to help us all use the right ones.
You know, Kim, I feel that that's like one of the major things in my wheelhouse is helping people find the right branded product. Because if you don't, it's like opening up a window and just throwing things out there. Because I always say I don't like to waste other people's money. So when you have that right product and get it in front of the right audience, we've seen from all the other segments how many eyeballs, you know, a branded hat will attract during the course of its lifetime. So the right branded product can really get to the right audience. And it really takes a strategy behind it. And I know that a lot of times people wait until the last minute, you know, they got to they're going on a trade show and oops, I forgot we need to give away something. And so they always look for that least expensive thing. But things don't have to cost a lot of money. It just needs to be the right product. and there is a plethora of products in my industry. So you can't go wrong once you put a strategy together. And I did want to point out one other thing about, when I say look around your office, look around your house, see how many products are there, and the ones that don't make it. Okay. Those are the ones that wind up in the trash. So why would you want to spend money on things that wind up in the trash? And that, Kim, is one of the major reasons why I wanted to put the big show and tell together, because I have received products over the years that I threw out and didn't want to show. And being in an industry that has all these products, this was my way of, putting all this information together in one collective stream, so that, I can get as much information out to everybody, because who wants to get something that they throw in the trash?
And who wants to give something, Donna, that they know's going in the trash?
Right. Just to say, well, I did get something, So anyway, with that in mind, we have a spotlight today, Kim.
We do. Let me go there, Donna.
Surely. Oh, what a great
idea, Donna. Tell us what this spotlight is about today.
Well, Kim, the topic to this spotlight is, should you cut back on your marketing during periods of certain uncertain times? And I say no. And here is a segment that could explain that to everybody, and I think could be quite memorable.
Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is about why during periods of economic uncertainty, it's crucial to view marketing not just as a cost, but as a growth opportunity. When times get tough, the instinct might be to cut back on marketing, but let me tell you why that would not be the best business decision. Marketing is your lifeline. It's how you keep your brand alive, stand out from your competition, remind customers why they love you, and grow your business, even in challenging times. Let me share a quick story to illustrate this. During the Great Depression, two cereal giants, Kellogg and Post, faced the same economic turmoil. Post did what most do. They slashed their marketing budget, and Kellogg, on the other hand, increased their advertising and marketing, moved aggressively into radio, and introduced Rice Krispies, with Snap, Crackle, and Pop making their debut. The result? While Post struggled, Kellogg's profits soared by nearly 30%. They emerged from the Great Depression as the dominant force in the cereal industry, a position they still hold today. This story is a powerful reminder that maintaining and even increasing your marketing efforts during tough times can set you up for long-term success.
Totally different strategy than most would do, Donna. I love this.
Well, I feel like those two cereals are very well known, and what a great example of why not to cut back on your marketing. I mean, yes, of course, it's a knee-jerk reaction. Everybody always thinks that, the first thing that should be marketing, but you need to stay in front of your specific market. And to get those eyeballs on your products, because when times change and business, comes back as the norm, you'll stay ahead of the competition. Look, we all had that experience happen 5 years ago during the pandemic, and a lot of people, their businesses grew where other people unfortunately had a closed business. So I just want to put this thought in people's minds now to think about this seriously, and to do whatever you can to maintain your marketing and stay ahead of your competition.
I love this strategy, Donna. I think it's very important.
And yeah, I have a little bit more to share on that, Kim. So as you could see in the segment before, we had our iconic Snap, Crackle, and Pop. And Kim, I just want to know, would you like one of my little treats that I made?
I would love one, Donna. Thank you.
You're so welcome. They are so good.
I can't actually. I think I need to taste it.
Me too. I just used to love making these as a kid. Now you could purchase them well made for you, but they still taste great.
Thank you for making my special ones because I am vegan and you made me special ones. I think that's a big deal. So thank you.
You're welcome, and they taste good.
Oh my goodness, they taste so good.
Just saying. So
I would like to show something, a little something again, Donna, that has Snap, Crackle, and Pop in a new way. Let's say that.
these are the new iconic creatures.
Exactly. Sorry, I felt like I needed to play it twice because it's so stinking cute.
I did have fun making those, Kim, I will say. And I think I shared with you, I do not know which one is my favorite because I love them all.
Well, it's a very fun, and I want to go back for just a second, Donna, because we're talking uncertain times for marketing budgets and things. But you even mentioned that they were born during that time, which was like funny to think about. They're 100 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. It's almost 100 years old. And look that this company has stayed number one and how much we have loved them.
I have to giggle because my husband came dragging these home, just so you know, and I giggled as soon as I saw them because they're on the box still after all that time. And so if you see Rice Krispie treats anywhere or you see Kellogg's anywhere, think of Donna Bender and what she can do. Snap, Crackle, and Pop for your marketing.
I'd love to be the next Snap, Crackle, and Pop on the new Kellogg's box. Yeah.
It's very fun. Well, Donna, there's something pretty serious going on right now, and I know your delivery method for so many of these topics and strategies and ideas is the fun costumes and the fun things. But I would love if you would address something that is probably a hard topic and pretty scary because it makes things uncertain for your marketing.
Yes, Kim. And so I like to consider this like my marketing weather report, that the tariff clouds are rolling in, but there's still some sunny skies peeking through the clouds if everyone moves quickly. And what I mean by that is that we all have heard about all the tariffs that, are coming in from all of the other countries. And, there's a tremendous amount of branded products that come from China, from Mexico, from Canada, from Turkey, from all over the world. And no one knows if they're going to stay, if they're going to stick or whatever. So it makes for uncertain times. However, I have big vendor partners who have taken this opportunity to buy a lot of inventory ahead of time to prepare for this period of economic uncertainty. And so I say to everybody, if you have events coming up this year, if you have sponsorships that you're going to participate, client gifts, employee recognition coming up, or any other surprise and delight holidays, don't wait until September, October, November, December. Think about it now and purchase them early because they have inventory now. But when the inventory runs out, they are not guaranteeing they're going to go buy back a tonnage of merchandise because they don't know what it's going to do with the cost. So right now, the costs are maintaining themselves. I also have more than ever, USA made products that one wouldn't even think are made in the USA now, but they are now decorated in the USA. You know, we were so dependent on other countries. I understand the whole tariff thing, but I also understand what that does to our pocketbooks. So all I can say is if anybody has any questions or wants to discuss, you know, things that are coming up, any events coming up throughout the year, to please contact me. I will be happy to walk you through it because I know it's a very uncertain time and everybody has a lot of questions.
I appreciate you so much, Donna, because, you know, just thinking about all of those things makes it overwhelming to even consider. And yet you are helping us navigate in a very simple and easy way and save us money and time. So
And
thank
that's
you.
you're welcome, Kim. And I appreciate you pointing that out. And here's the thing, because it's very easy to say, oh, forget it. I'll cut back on my marketing. And here I'm telling everybody, don't cut back on your marketing because you don't want to be left in the dust. And, you know, think about Kellogg's. It's a very visual thing to hold on to when you think about every cereal box when you're walking down the cereal aisle in a supermarket. If you could remember what they did and how they went ahead, didn't cut back, this is an opportunity for you not to cut back and to be able to get the same pricing that you've gotten before until it runs out. So hopefully it won't. Hopefully things will change. But right now, this is the way to approach it.
And I will say, Donna, if other people are pulling their marketing back and you don't, that is also an opportunity, I feel like, for you to progress just like Kellogg's did. So I thank you. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
You're welcome, Kim. And I really do welcome, you know, anybody who wants further information on it to please contact me.
Love it. Donna's our go-to girl.
Thank you.
You have another special demo from another trade show, Donna, that I'd like to play. You've brought us back so many inspiring things. I can't wait to shop, is what I'm going to say.
That is just amazing.
It is very interesting.
So Kim, this small segment and product reel was on imprinting on drinkware, and that first section where it had all of those their silicone. It's called Silly Prints. It's a retail brand that makes the most magnificent color combinations of drinkware and serving pieces and shot glasses and tumblers with straws in all different colors. And it is a retail brand that you could co-brand with. Mm-hmm. And so the fact that that is an opportunity to imprint again with a retail brand. The second one that had the textured tumblers with straws, that the fabrication of the tumbler is the texture, but the imprinting on top of the texture was beautiful. And another new thing that I wanted to point out. And then the third image with the rotating tumbler, that was a 360-degree full color digital imprint that also looked like it was laser engraved. So it is just amazing how much detail now goes into imprinting drinkware. And so this is like a perfect opportunity. Last month, I pointed out that drinkware is another huge product category in the promotional products industry. And you could start making drinkware your holiday gift of the year. And every year give another fantastic piece of drinkware that people look forward to receiving every year. So there's so many opportunities out there, and a lot of things now decorated here in the US, which also makes it a great product.
And tariff proof.
And tariff proof.
I love it. Well, you have another great product, Donna, that is in the next segment that I am giggling because it is such a great thing. Do you want to show it before we go to the segment, or do you want to wait till after?
I think I'll show it after, Kim.
Okay, you all be on standby. Donna's going to talk about some outdoor event kind of things, and she's got a great product to share. So here we go.
Today's Spice and Delight marketing segment is about brand awareness at outdoor events. Now that summer is almost here in the US, and I'm sorry to say that to all our friends on the other side of the world, it is a great time to build brand awareness while having other people market your brand. Branded bags are a great outdoor advertising vehicle that does more than show off your logo, but selecting the right bag that represents your brand and that can be reused after the event is critical. Having your logo out and about for other people to see is an easy lift and a great way to build brand awareness. One idea could be something like this clear bag with your brand on it. There are so many sporting events and conferences and large venues and platforms where security is requiring people to show the inside contents of their bags. And by having a clear bag, it becomes less of a hassle and surely less stressful because you don't have to take everything out and put it all back again. And people will thank you. Clear bags come in many different shapes and sizes and can be used by both men and women. Do you know what the number 3,300 represents? It's the number of impressions, or how many times it will be seen, that one promotional bag delivers over its lifetime, which is generally anywhere between 11 and 14 months. So imagine giving out 50, 100, 500 bags. That number of impressions that will reach a larger audience. Research shows that 50% of consumers are more likely to do business with advertisers who gave them a promotional bag. The exposure and brand awareness that a bag can bring to your business is priceless.
I feel like going to the amusement park now.
I know, right?
So the bag in question that I was showing, what you saw quickly in the video, this was a clear bag I did with my logo on it that I had given out a while back before they became extremely popular. Now they're very popular because now they do fanny packs. They do the Lululemon type of bag. They do backpacks. But the whole point of it is this is reality. And when you go to a concert and you go to an outdoor event now, they go through your bags. And so what better thing to have than a clear bag so you're not putting the things back in and out. And I have to tell you, when I said that people will thank you, I really meant it, because someone I had given this bag to several years ago, just last year, was at a sporting event and thanked me publicly on social media to say, I'm so happy I had this bag, Donna, when we went to this event. So you never know how long people will keep thanking you for that wonderful promotional product. So just an idea.
Well, and Donna, I want to point out too, because I actually asked for a quote for the bag because of Donna's video that I had seen. I wanted to know how much it would cost us to do them, and they have pretty low quantity like requirement, and they're very inexpensive as far as they're nice bags, but they are under $5. And I can't imagine how much your name is everywhere.
Remember, 3,300 for one bag. You give out 100 bags, it's 330,000 eyeballs, and people keep them for a year to 14 months. So look at all of that advertising. So I always love to point that out, Kim. That's a $500 investment. For $500, look at the length of time you will get from that one bag and how many eyeballs will see it. And that's what I mean. Are your branded products making you money? Because I am just a firm believer that that right branded product and surprise and delight marketing will get you big marketing and business results.
Well, Donna, I'm going to call an audible real quick and ask you to share something else, because I know that you co-brand, like you've co-branded with some major brands, and you have actually a different bag that you have. It's not the clear bag, but you have one that you co-branded with an enormous car company that is so impressive, because immediately when I see someone's brand with that other brand, it's like, they must be somebody.
Right. So this is upside down. So this bag was a drawstring backpack that I had co-sponsored for the Plano Chamber, their golf tournament several years ago with Mercedes-Benz. So, so I now have my logos on the bag with the Mercedes-Benz golf tournament, with the 30th year sponsorship. And I talk about this so much, about why it's so important to sponsor events. And when someone asks you if you will help sponsor their golf tournament, say yes. Say yes, because we gave these out to all the golfers, but it's a nice bag. It has an extra pocket inside. Guys could put their shoes in here. It be used after the event. And so again, if it's the right branded product, you will be able to get a lot of mileage out of it, and so will all of the people who've received it. So
what a great example.
Thank you for pointing that out, Kim. And, again, you're doing something, when I talk about, how do you show appreciation to your clients? Okay. So your clients are asking you to sponsor the event, and it doesn't have to be that you're giving out 1 million client gifts. You are doing something that is, it's like volunteering for the event. You're sponsoring something that's near and dear to their hearts. It's a way of building relationships. And so, when it comes to buying branded products and gifts, there's a lot of things to think about. So I hope that this show and tell, as the other ones that we have, are great reminders of all the things that people can do and all the reasons why branded products and client gifts and employee gifts should become part of someone's marketing budget and be viewed as part of their marketing strategy for the year. And I can tell you, I can guarantee people that it will help their business by
Donna, I love this whole show. I want to do a quick recap, because it is such a important thing that you say. You give so many strategic moves. I think especially if you're new to business, sometimes you're scared to try things. And I think this is such a great way if you're new to business. I think this is a great way if you are trying to love on your clients and show them appreciation. I think you have strategies for the branded products that you put in a swag bag for a golf tournament or another event. You have so many different things. I think a discussion with you and allowing someone to, talk to you or your team about branded products in this way, or unbranded gifts even. You're amazing at helping your clients. And I want to give a quick shout out to you also, because Donna's the one that helped us, let me see if I can get this right, co-brand with Yeti. She's the one that she's co-branded with Thermos, which I use that every day and take it everywhere. She's the one that, let me get my finger going the right direction. Hold on. She is the one that
you have to.
I know, right. She's the one that helped us pick out these little collectible lunch boxes that we would have never had that idea, but no one has gotten rid of their lunchbox. It's part of that entire group because it was such a great thing to do. And those are Donna's ideas. Those are things that Donna has come up for our business. So I want to just give that testimonial, Donna, of I appreciate all I've learned from you. And I feel like we're living proof of success by using these things to stay in front of everyone or to, and if you all are watching across YouTube, you'll find these little, wait, this way. These little lunch boxes in so many screens behind someone, and that's all Donna Bender. That's Donna that has done that for us. So, Donna, thank you out loud. But is there anything else you want to make sure that everyone knows from the topics of today? Is there anything else you want to say today before we close out?
Snap, crackle, and pop, Kim. No.
Let me play it. Let me play it one more time, Donna. It's so cute. I feel like we need to just give the information that you will be seeing a lot of things across the socials with these three little characters in them because it's so fun. But if you haven't already subscribed to Donna's channel, it is worth subscribing so that you can continue to get all this great information. Like it, turn the bell on, do all the things, y'all, because she is giving so much fun, but so much strategy to get big results.
Well, thank you so much, Kim, for that. And the thing I want to point out is that marketing, for me, obviously is very fun, but it can be fun for everybody. And it is an amazing way to get your brand out there and to impress other people and make an impression on other people. And I just hope that, this has just been another one of our big show and tells that people have been able to pull information from. And again, really feel free to contact me. I'd be happy to answer anybody's questions. Just know that I too am an entrepreneur, started my own business, and all of the tips and things that I share are because I went through it myself as well. When I first started my business, I didn't know about giving out branded products because I came from name brand companies. And then when you have to start your own company, there are a lot of things that you have to think about. So if I could make anybody's journey easier and be able to, knock out a lot of the pitfalls that, I had to walk through, I would be happy to do that. So Kim, thank you so much for being here with me today and for being my cohort in crime. The next big show and tell is next month. It is on June 24th. So, I like to say, be there or be square. And if there's nothing else, that is a wrap, Kim. And bye for now.